load securement and making sure that the load that you have on board is always secure. Loads do not necessarily mean where you're making them secure. So when I say that, we're talking about load securement on a flat deck. It can be also inside a box trailer or a dry van, could be inside a reefer that's being used as a dry van. Okay, on a cargo pre-trip, we're talking about the visual check and the walk around. So if you have a flat deck trailer, you're obviously going to want to walk around. You want to make sure that you're checking everything, okay, looking at all your load securement points. You want to look at your rub rails. You want to make sure that all of your mechanical parts are working properly. You want to make sure that you've checked out all of the variety and different parts of the securement pieces that you're using, i.e. the straps. Straps in particular have certain criteria that must be met in order to make sure that they are meeting the load requirements for what you have. Okay, power and hauling characteristics, the weight of your cargo and distribution. So you want to make sure that all of your load is going to be in the appropriate place. When you put a load on a flat deck trailer or in another trailer and whatnot, okay, as we said, when we're hauling two trailers, you want to make sure that the heavier part is towards the lead. So when we talk about having load securement and making absolutely sure that the load is going to be secure, you want to make sure that you've got it in the right place so that the weight of this is in the proper position. If you put your load towards the back end and a strap happens to fail or a load lock happens to fail and whatnot, what ultimately ends up happening to the load? Your load's going to shift. If it shifts with enough force and whatnot, it comes flying forward. If you have lumber on board or you happen to have steel on board and whatnot, if that comes flying through and whatnot, it's going to take out the headache rack in the back and it's going to come right through the back of the cab, and in a lot of cases we end up with a death that occurs. Did happen in Revelstoke a number of years ago. Tractor trailer was hauling pipe and had an accident. Things wiped out on him and the load shifted forward and whatnot, and unfortunately the driver died as a result of it. The load shifted and everything came forward. So you always want to make sure that you check what the load requirements are and you follow through with that, making sure you got the proper number of straps, the right strap on there. And this is the kind of thing that you can go home with. You can research this, look at the Alberta Transportation's website that gives you more information on that to help you study this kind of stuff. This stuff is critically important, and it does not just apply to flatbed trailers. So if you're hauling, like I said, in a dry van, you want to make sure in that dry van that you've got load securements in place. So we use specific and different types of load locks. That's the kind of stuff that you can take home. That makes our roads safer, and that's what the MELT course is all about.